Europe trembled at his name. The world feared his mind, and history remembers his power. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, a soldier, a genius, a conqueror, the man who rose from obscurity to dominate an entire continent. 1. Early life. 1769, Corsica. A small island, a humble home, a boy with fire in his soul. Napoleon Bonaparte was born, destined for greatness. From a young age, he excelled at military school. Strategy, discipline, leadership. Even as a teenager, he knew he was not like the others. 2. Rise. During the French Revolution tore France apart, chaos, blood, and fear everywhere. And then came Napoleon. He was brilliant, daring, unstoppable. In Italy, he crushed enemies and lightning tactics. In Egypt, he mesmerized the world with his strategy. Napoleon was no ordinary commander. He was a storm. 3. Becoming emperor. 1799. The revolution ended, and power passed to Napoleon. He became first consul. 1804. He crowned himself emperor. Not France, not Europe. History itself would never be the same. A soldier had become a king. A king had become a legend. 4. Napoleonic Wars. Austerlitz, the battle that stunned the world. Russia and Austria defeated in a single day. Europe stood in awe. Jena. Prussia fell. Spain. Guerrilla warfare tested him. Napoleon was unstoppable, until Russia tested him in ways he could never predict. 5. The Russian campaign. 1812, Napoleon marched into Russia with 600,000 men. Winter, starvation, disease destroyed his army. Only 50,000 returned. The might of Napoleon frozen in the snow. History had turned its tide. 6. Fall and the 100 Days. Exiled to Elba, defeated but unbroken, Napoleon returned. The 100 Days, one final battle, Waterloo. And finally, the curtain fell. The Emperor of Europe was defeated, but his legend would never die. 1. Napoleon's personality and mind. Napoleon was more than just a conqueror. He was a strategist, a thinker, and a visionary. His mind worked like a battlefield map. Every move calculated, every decision deliberate. He could predict his enemy's next step before they even thought of it. Yet, behind the genius, there was a man of contradictions, ambitious but insecure, proud but vulnerable, a leader who inspired loyalty and fear. 2. His political genius. Napoleon's brilliance was not limited to war. He reformed France from the inside. The Napoleonic Code brought order to law. Education, taxation, administration, all reshaped under his guidance. He understood power, not just as a weapon, but as a tool to transform society. Through this vision, Napoleon became more than an emperor. He became a symbol of progress and dominance. 3. Lesser-known campaigns and challenges. While Europe remembers Austerlitz and Waterloo, Napoleon faced countless smaller campaigns. From the resistance in Spain to uprisings in Italy. He learned quickly that genius alone could not conquer every heart. The guerrilla tactics of Spain and Portugal tested his patience and highlighted the limits of military might when the people themselves rise against power. 4. Napoleon's leadership style. Napoleon led from the front. He rode into battle with his soldiers, sharing their danger and inspiring their courage. His charisma was unmatched. Men followed him because they believed in him, not just feared him. Yet, his determination sometimes became obsession. And obsession can turn victory into disaster. 5. Lessons from Napoleon VO. emotional, reflective, close. Napoleon's story is a lesson for all leaders. Ambition without restraint can bring empires to their knees. Brilliance without humility can turn genius into folly. History remembers Napoleon not just for his victories, but for the power of vision, strategy, and the human spirit. Napoleon's story is not just war and glory, it is ambition, brilliance, and the danger of pride. Greatness can elevate a man to the throne, but arrogance can destroy an empire. This is the last days and legacy. St. Helena, a lonely island where the world's greatest conqueror spent his last days. He died in 1821, but his ideas lived on. The Napoleonic Code, modern military strategy, reshaped nations, Napoleon Bonaparte, the man, the myth, the legend. Napoleon's story is not just war and glory, it is ambition, brilliance, and the danger of pride. Greatness can elevate a man to the throne, but arrogance can destroy an empire. This is the legacy of Napoleon,